In the suburbs. Tomorrow at 10, we'll report on the man known as Jack Bobo on the street. Officials charge he made a bundle selling heroin smuggled into Chicago through a Nigerian connection to Thailand.
The love of money is a mother. Took a lot of people away and brought a lot of people in.
Money is something Wayne Edwards seems to know something about. On the west side, they call him Jack Bobo, and they see evidence of his success. Diamond bracelets, diamond rings, Dom Perignon, and long limousines. Jack Bobo, according to his indictment last month, is one of the leaders of the Black Souls street gang. The Black Souls and Jack Bobo, according to the indictment, sold $50,000 worth of heroin on Chicago streets every day.
This is an X-ray of a human body. The dozens of small circles you see are condoms filled with China white heroin. This person was a drug courier who swallowed the heroin. It's one of the ways that staggering amounts of this new drug of choice are being smuggled to Chicago. And Carol has a special report.
Ron, it used to be called chasing the dragon, injecting heroin with a needle. But a lot of things have changed, including how it's now used and how it gets here.
But the love of money is a mother. Took a lot of people away and brought a lot of people in.
Money is something Wayne Edwards seems to know something about. On the west side, they call him Jack Bobo, and they see evidence of his success. Diamond bracelets, diamond rings, Dom Perignon, and long limousines. Jack Bobo, according to his indictment last month, is one of the leaders of the Black Souls street gang. Black Souls and Jack Bobo, according to the indictment, sold $50,000 worth of heroin on Chicago streets every day. Does the name Jack Bobo mean anything to you?
Yep.
What does it mean?
He was a big time.
How do you know?
Because he had us. I used to cop from him.
Cop from him, you bought from him.
Right.
We'll call her Jane. She's 26, the mother of small children, and an addict. Her addiction, she says, is to China white heroin.
White heroin is becoming the drug of choice. It's pushing crack cocaine out of the way. Addicts that I've talked to said that it's a much more mellow high. They snort it so they don't have the danger of needles and the spread of AIDS, so it's becoming the drug of choice out there.
It's clear that those coming to buy China white come not just from the city, but the suburbs. Consider this raid on the west side just 2 months ago.
Where are you from, Dick?
Spring.
Who buys China white?
Everybody.
When you say everybody, you mean who?
All types of races, all types of classes. You have the suburban housewife, you have the businessman, college students.
But how does China white make its way to the streets of Chicago and into the suburbs here? The answer comes from half a world away. China white has its beginnings in the poppy fields of the Golden Triangle, where Thailand borders on what we once called Burma. These fields will yield a staggering 225 tons of China white this year, and according to the DEA and Customs, 70% of that will leave Thailand for destination points in the United States, including Chicago. The amount of heroin now leaving this country is so plentiful and so readily available that a supply of China white can leave Bangkok in the morning and be on a Chicago street corner or in a suburb on sale by noon the next day. The delivery system, according to Don Perone of the DEA in Thailand, is made up of Nigerian drug runners.
Nobody was going to predict that we were going to have what appears to be the equivalent to a Yukon gold rush of West Africans coming to Thailand to score drugs and bring them on into the United States.
But that's what we have.
That's exactly what we have. You're seeing the results of it in Chicago.
A case in point is this man. Remy Baker, according to federal officials and Chicago police, is high on the ladder of international Nigerian drug runners. And Baker is accused of having a direct link to Jack Bobo and the Black Souls of Chicago. Baker and 3 other Nigerians are indicted for the delivery of heroin here. Jack Bobo and others are accused of operating an open-air market selling that China white heroin at Walnut and Holman on Chicago's west side.
There's a lot of heroin coming here, and like I said, when they bring it here and it's pure, it's cut and then put on the streets, the amounts are just staggering.
Equally staggering is one of the ways heroin gets here. On an October evening at the Tokyo Hotel just off Michigan Avenue, police arrested a Nigerian woman who had swallowed 106 condoms that were wrapped with electrical tape and filled with almost 3/4 of a kilo of pure heroin. She now awaits trial. Drug couriers pass each day through Bangkok's busy airport, and whether they've swallowed heroin or carried it in their luggage, most of them are not caught. They exist because the demand for China White is increasing. The purity and the power of this drug is seductive, and so too are the enormous profits to be made by those who sell it.
You can make one of the largest busts and do one of those Cecil B. DeMille press conferences, and at the end of the day, the bad guys are still going to reorganize and regroup and try to come back again.
So you're frustrated?
Yeah, I'm very frustrated. We've got to be in this game for the long pull. We can't be in it today and out of it tomorrow.
Because, say Ferrone and other law enforcement officials, heroin, once the ghetto drug of junkies, now is attracting a following among the middle class.
It's the fad for today. It's the drug to be in with.
A spokesman for the Nigerian government in Washington says though some Nigerians are engaged in illegal activity, it does not represent the activity or attitude of the majority of Nigerians. The attorney for Jack Bobo said his client is innocent and will vigorously fight the charges against him. We have been unable to locate the attorney for Remy Baker. We will, however, continue to report on issues involving the sale of China White.